Hey, sports fans, welcome to Week 14 of the NFL sports season. We're here back with Commissioner Tooney and Coach McLaughlin. Guys, welcome back from Thanksgiving holiday.
That was great. I got to see a San Antonio Spurs game live. That was a lot of fun, let me tell you.
Crystal, before we get started, we had some celebrity guests fill your shoes last week. I don't think they did very well, but how did our Facebook contestants do?
Our Facebook contestants did fantastic. Jen Borges went 6 for 10 and won a snowmobile tour from Lake Tahoe Adventures. And Chip McAllister, $25 to Base Camp Pizza. And you can play too. All you have to do is log on to our website. The contest is under the contests tab, and then you can pick against us.
All right, it's free competition. Danny, who are the games that you have queued up for us to talk about this week?
Boy, we got 3 really big ones. Let's start with Seattle is in San Francisco playing the Niners. Seattle's getting 2.5 points in Candlestick. This game is not as important as it was a few weeks ago because Seattle has wrapped up the division. And I think there might be a little bit of an edge off their game. The Niners, on the other hand, even with the banged-up offensive line, they got Crabtree back, they got Manningham back, which means they can now pass the ball in addition to running Frank Gore. I think the game means more to the Niners, and I expect them to win by more than a field goal. I'll take the Niners.
The game may mean more to the Niners, but did you see how well Seattle played against the Saints last week? I mean, they looked like the best team in football last week against the Saints on Monday night. And, you know, they are getting 2.5 points, but San Francisco, they will be out for blood. Jim Harbaugh called it validation, but I expect Seattle to win on the road.
Yeah, you know, watching the 49er game this past weekend against the Rams have a good defense. Seattle's got a good defense. It was kind of eye-opening how many penalties and how sloppy of a game that San Francisco played last week. I'll go with Seattle on this one. I hope that the Niners win, but I'll take the Seahawks.
All right, next game is Carolina in a huge division rivalry is in the Dome playing New Orleans in New Orleans. And the reason I like New Orleans in this game is that they're not as bad as they looked against Seattle. Nobody looks good in Seattle because of the fans. They couldn't hear. They set a record for the loudest noise ever. Now New Orleans is back in their own dome where they have a huge home field advantage. They're going to make a statement against Carolina. I take New Orleans on this.
I don't know. New Orleans did not look good. I know no one plays well at CenturyLink, but, you know, New Orleans is 2-8 against the spread in its last 10 games when playing Carolina. And, I mean, Ron Rivera and Cam Newton are they're dominating right now. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFC. I like the Panthers.
Crystal, I'm with you on this one. Carolina, is there a hotter team right now? Coach, quarterback, Ron Rivera, former Bear. I don't know.
Go Bears.
I think the Saints, they're going to lose 2 in a row on this one.
Well, and then the final game we have is Dallas is playing Chicago in Chicago. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch because the temperature is probably going to be 15 degrees, which the Cowboys may not be really happy about playing in. But I really like Dallas in this one. I think they're starting to peak, and I think Chicago's too banged up. Go with the Cowboys.
It's going to be cold. The Cowboys will have to adjust, like you were saying, but I do expect that they'll be able to do that. This game means a lot to the Cowboys. If they want to win the NFC East, they need to win at Chicago. I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Boy, the Cowboys, talk about a statement game for them. They truly have one of the better rated quarterbacks in the NFL this year in Tony Romo. Good team. He's got the weapons. They just need to put a complete game together. And against Chicago, they need to win this one more than Chicago does.
All right.
Chicago's beat up. I think they will.
That'll do it for this week's edition. Make sure you log on to our Facebook page, and we'll see you next week.